Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower. Thank you very much for joining us. I've done your eclipse reading, which is a 6-monthly reading as well as the collective 6-month. Wow, what readings they were. That you'll find on our channel. Thank you very much for being with us. I hope you have a lovely reading. This is going to be, we're going to pull some tarots and do some clarifications with the light seers cards as well. Let's just get straight in here. Well, this is your overall energies. These are your karmic messages for your relationship side and for your financial, your business, your project side. This is how the universe influences this karmic message. This is how your guides influence this karmic message. It's almost like your past in a way. This is how your future self is egging you on. And this is the overall outcome. Okay, let's just see what's going on here with you, Capricorn. The King of Swords. So this is having a vision through knowledge. So you've tried things out. You've been exploring many different avenues over the Pluto scenario. And all of a sudden now you've got this clear vision. And everything is coming together under one action or under one direction, as it were. It's really beautiful for you. Temperance card. Okay, so patience on your relationship side. I think this is pretty much true. I think you might have been through a emotionally rocky road, as it were, or a bit of a roller coaster over the past. And now it's a case of being gentle with yourself, I think, more than anything else. Being patient with you as an emotion and your relationships and stuff like that. And being patient, obviously, with other people around you. But also knowing when to act. I think that's really important. But this patience here, the universe is kind of giving you a break. The universe is sort of saying, don't worry about relationships, don't worry about emotions, just take it easy, regroup yourself. It's a blessing in disguise in a way. And your guides here, and this is from your past, they're going to help you see things in a different way. So with this pause, all of a sudden you can be attentive to what is going around you and see the real changes within you and the real changes outside of you. And I think that's really important for you to note that. Because as you do note that, then therefore when it is time to kick in, because patience is one thing, but you're patient to act. And there is going to be a moment where you're going to pass into action. And so noticing everything around you, certainly from your past, realizing why you are, who you are, and everything like that, and why you've got certain relationships and what have you, I think is really important for you for this next step and to apply this vision going forward. Yeah, this is your, this is your mental sort of side. And I think here is you're putting these restrictions upon yourself. You're almost sort of saying, I haven't got time for relationships. I haven't got time for love. It occupies too much of my life. And it's almost as if you put a moratorium sort of pause on the situation in regards to relationships. It's not your focal point. Although Capricorn, you tend to be a bit of a workaholic, and sometimes that can be your downfall in regards to your relationships. You know it, I know it, because I'm a Capricorn. And but here I think is a good pause for you. Let's see what's going on in your material world. So if this was on this side, it would be a different kettle of fish. It's on your material side. So you've got the Three of Swords. I think it's a case of letting go of any past sort of projects, ambitions that was emotionally destroying you or, biting into you. And letting go of it all will set you free, basically. And it will set you free. And how is it going to set you free? It's going to allow you to actually unify your true self. So you have very good ambitions, very big ambitions usually, Capricorn. And maybe this week here is a realization that I can't maybe do it all in one go. But maybe I can actually apply a lot of things within my life. And you can unify the important parts of your parts of your journey, parts of what you're trying to get out there and trying to get done within regards to your material life, basically. And it's going to play into this plan here. It's going to streamline things. It's going to give you a clarity of that vision, and this is where the knowledge comes in, a clarity of that knowledge of what you should be doing here, and taking out the emotions of the situation, being very clinical in a way of sort of saying, this is what I like, this is what makes me feel good, this is what I've got to do in order to get it. So we've got the Three of Cups. Very networking, socializing aspects of your life here. And this is good from your past. And you've got that. You've made lots and lots of connections. And now it's a question of time of sort of unifying certain parts of those connections that you've made in the past. But it's also, I think your guides are trying to bring in situations where you can connect with people with greater ease and be really abundant for you. And you're moving to something that's really powerful. This is where you concentrate on. And this is all to do with the solar eclipse. It's very much in the material world, taking out the emotions of the situations, networking like an absolute demon, really doing well, but also connecting to your higher self and your higher dreams and aspirations. And what you're aiming for here, and this is what's driving your mental side, is that knowledge of your security, knowledge of your direction, of knowing where you're going, having that security, not only for you, but for your loved ones around you, because you've got that security. So what comes out of this whole thing? Ten of Wands. Just be careful not to take on too much. I think almost I got a funny feeling I think this frees you up. I think this Ten of Wands is like the end of the journey more than anything else. It seems like you've accumulated a lot of knowledge and now you're applying that knowledge. So you're putting out those patterns. You're putting down the Nine of Wands to sort of say, there's my healthy boundaries. I'm not going to go back on that. And you're going to take that one wand and go on. And from those Nine of Wands, there's also another wand which you need for planning. So that's the Two of Wands. And that leaves you with the Eight of Wands, which is the messages from your past. So you do not go on and accumulate like you have done in the past. I think it's a very liberating thing there. A liberation after a moment of pause of a very long journey that you've been doing, Capricorn. And it is coming to fruition. It is coming there. So the Four of Cups, I think this ties into here of missing the knowledge of missing opportunities because you might have been a little bit too worried about other people and not going after it yourself. So in the past, I think the vision of where you're going and the knowledge of where you're going and built upon your understanding and your knowledge, the reason it's there is because in the past you have missed opportunities. The Temperance gets the Moon. So being patient and just allowing the unseen to be seen, basically. Allowing people to declare their relationship with you rather than you pushing it into there. And being patient with yourself. You're going to discover another side of you if you're patient with yourself. And the reason this healing is coming in is this happiness after difficulty. And you might say that in the Ten of Wands there, you've got like a barrier there. And that was that barrier that I was talking about that was connected to the Ten of Wands there. This healing is preparing you for that happiness after that moment of pause. What's this Hangman all about? That's going to be interesting. Okay, so I think there's a lot of opportunities within your relationship side to put your passions into things. And you can put, she's got lots and lots of little candles around her. But that little candle she's just amazed by. And all of a sudden, all that power comes out of that little one candle. So as you looking at things in a different way, so every connection can be absolutely brilliant for you, but it doesn't necessarily have to last forever. And it's investing your passion into the little things around you and not really having to go anywhere. You don't really have to go too far, which is with the Eight of Swords, to discover the absolute, and I think that is a starting for that. And discovering when you stop and have a look around you and you realize what is going on, all of a sudden you're going to realise you've got a lot of good things going for you, Capricorn. A lot of gifts heading your way. Absolutely really beautiful. Let's have a look what's going on in your material side. So with the Three of Swords, we get the Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. So fruits from past labours. Basically here is if you take out the emotions out of these situations, and worrying about things and applying emotionally. So if if you don't get the fruit from your labours, you're going to be really distraught. And once you take that out, all of a sudden it's going to give the space and the time for your projects and your career path and everything like that to grow for you. So it almost sort of like you get out the way, Capricorn. Just get out the way and allow it to happen in a way. And I think that's what that carrying too much is about. You're going to realise it, and all of a sudden those things that you've accumulated, you're going to be able to use in your favour, just by getting out of the way. With the Two of Cups, we get the King of Cups. The unification of you is going to bring you into a place where emotionally, within your material world, you're going to get that plain sailing, that feeling of security emotionally within your life. It is going to be absolutely brilliant for you. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the world, a whole new cycle. Maybe it's a completely, where you're changing jobs and you're going to be connecting with other people which you obviously didn't connect to before because you had now you've got a new job, or you're going for a new job, or you're starting a business, or you're starting a project. It's opening doors to new, joyous and celebratory sort of networking. It could really be, if you're going for a job, go for it at the moment, push for it at the moment, because it looks like it's going to be good for you. With the King of Pentacles, you get the Tower. I think this has to do with Pluto. I don't think there could be a Tower moment coming in from the world outside. We saw that in the eclipse readings as well, and it was affecting this particular card here, and it was coming in quite quickly. So it could well be the outside world. But I think here, because this is about you and about your week here, I think this is Tower moment is a realization within you of how secure and how much abundance you really do have. And it's going to be a bit of a shock for you, where you're going to kind of go, oh my God, that's really changed the thing. And it's going to break down those belief theories or feelings that created that sort of Three of Swords scenario. But it's going to be coming in quick. It could well be an offer through this networking, like an offer of a job, which is a good Tower moment. It changes your environment drastically and very quickly, and it's going to bring in the King of Pentacles. A lot of possibilities. The Emperor, standing in your power. It is going to force you to stand in that power as you go down that path and following what you know you should be doing. It looks really good for you, and an amazing time happening out the front there. By the end of the week, we're probably looking at around about sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, where it's just going to be kind of going, wow, and really owning what you've accumulated. And I think this is accumulation of knowledge and passions and abilities within your life. And I don't think it's an accumulation of bad things. I think it's an accumulation of good, valuable things that you can use, and you're going to start using them, Capricorn. It's going to be a really nice week, a real sort of tipping of the tides, let's call it that. Tipping of the tides week for you. There you go, Capricorn. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you got the best out of this reading. We've done your eclipse reading, and your monthly reading will be coming out, the collective on Sunday, and the individual monthly reading will be coming out for you on Wednesday. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.